Hello and welcome back to the third part of our short and steely SOVL run. This is the hard part now, in the second half of Act 2, so we're going to rest, get to full strength for an elite, and it's a random event to the shop. And once we're there we can decide whether or not we think the battle or the healing is the way to go. Probably the healing. The Act 2 boss is a real mare, so being nice and healthy really decides on how much damage do we take in the elite battle, and do we think we can get through this without taking any excess damage. Around a feeling that pretty much patches up the entire army instantly, which is great, so we can take a point of XP on everyone. And Barlin, there you go. Is that the new one? This is the one, yeah, the new one without any upgrades. We should probably just go ahead and give him some combat stacks. There we go, hit harder. And his underlying unit that accompanies him. I mean, they just need more. 9 is not a viable unit size. George, yep. Skill 5 is already pretty good, and he's got True Strike to reroll, so more attacks is worth more than the extra skill. His dragon underneath. Wounds, probably wounds. Skill 5 is already good enough to beat most things, so we'll just make him a bit tougher. 9 wound dragon. And the short-sided Dwarf Warriors. Even more of them. Please and thank you. Sadly, when you take the unit size upgrades in the campsite, there's no opportunity to then heal them again to actually benefit from that, but we can do that later. There we go, we're getting a real unit. Once they're more durability based than damage output, so they win fights by dragging the enemy down with numbers, which is only, valid when you have the numbers. So once you get up to that scale, it becomes more useful, and these will do the same when they get up to 20. I could do that now to get more damage output. I mean, they'll be a bit unwieldy. They're not very good at dealing damage anyway. Dwarf Warriors, it seems, can't get any of the upgrades. They've changed that in the patch, so they just have to sit there and distract things. But they may as well hit a little bit harder than usual. Braxus the Decayed. I know what this one is. This is the Plague Lord. They're going first. Good luck. You're going to see what we're up against immediately. Enjoy this. I guess I can hold the front with these, and then these can take the sides. Get the Inferno Cannon behind someone. Flying units disregard the movement penalty for difficult terrain, so they can just sit there. All green. So it's a bunch of Plaguelings, Plague Walkers, 1 Abyssal Prince, 1 Plague Hulk, and Flies. So once you kill this, this, and this, the rest of their army is pathetically slow. Problem is we do have to deal with it. The Prince, I think I can one-shot if it happens to move into Inferno Cannon range. Let's just wait, let's force them to move. The Flies want a piece of us immediately. They do annoyingly have the ability Lord of Decay on both the Herald and the Abyssal Prince. We can assassinate the Prince without having to engage it, but this one's going to happen. So in one turn, everyone with the Gift of Decay, which is their entire army, are going to get to reroll their saves. They are basically impervious to damage. They have defense 3, 4 wounds each. They take a while to chew through. I think I can kill these pretty quickly. I want to get over here. I want to twist further this way so they stay away from me. Keep them out as long as possible. So they're a durable army just by sheer dint of number of wounds. We're durable by pure defense. Kind of smashing into one another as twins here. Hoping those two move closer to me first. I haven't done so yet. Let's use this to take off a few fly wounds. Just slow them down. Or 1. And we can see their move speed. I don't need to engage with the flying machine. I can just fly around and continually get their way over and over and over again. Yeah, they're not going to move with the ones I want, which is those, sadly. Veterans here are also safe. I'll just use you to run up the middle and start getting in the way of the green bricks. There we go, got lucky. They do have a tiny spell. They're going to do 1 wound, but it's more than worth it as an exchange if I can get rid of it this turn. 111, there you go. You see how important the reroll ones is. Dead instantly. That, bizarrely, is the least durable unit in their entire force. It's pretty pathetic. The Plague Hulk's the next headache. I think I can get the dragon behind it. Try and stall out here. Wait for it to pop forward. That's clever. They move that one first. It's fairly slow as a quick trick. So their movement will be about the same as their charge radius. So if you use your fingers on the screen, place 1 finger there and your thumb there like I'm doing. And then just place the kind of move them down until your your finger is there, and your thumb will reveal where they actually get to. So about there-ish is about the limit of their movement. So let's just wait out of their range and get behind them next turn. I forfeit the flamethrower shot, but that's not exactly the end of the world. Start getting through him later. Out of range. So they've locked onto this. The Hulk has locked onto the dragon. They've probably locked onto Dwarf Foreman, which is going to be an issue. And then you're going to deal with this one quickly. And then you can kind of kite around. The headache for me is that eventually George is going to get caught. Which is going to be very unfortunate. Otherwise he could do a lot of damage to these very quickly. Fortunately they're slow, so it's maybe like 3 turns until they get there. I could try and barbecue this if I got out of the way. Just stay away from the plaguelings for a bit longer. What do you think if I attack them twice? Extra defense now. We're defense 6, their power 3, 4 on the charge with their fangs, so it would improve my save. As it means it maintains my 3 bonus against them, so I keep being healthy. Are there any other fights to go? I mean, it will be useful whenever I engage any of these in combat. But I really don't want to lose to these flyers. I want to just get through quickly. So use your own mountains, Will. There you go. Defense 7. Good luck with that. Okay, they've plagued me. They've reduced my skill, but my skill is still above theirs. Only skill 2, so knocking me down to 3 is irrelevant. They hit on 4s, I hit on 3s. They've changed nothing. As this has already moved forward, I can probably stall with you and just back off. Keep hitting units. There's absolutely no need to get embroiled in combat. But they've plagued me again. Good news, it doesn't stack, so all they've done is wasted the spell on units that can't benefit from it. I think all of the basic demons here, the Plague Walkers, will come with Plague. So that's 1, 2, 3 uses, 4 from him, so there's still 2 more to go. Now this, I'd love to flame cannon this, but I can't quite reach. What is their movement? There'll be movement slow. I might be able to outposition them with Dwarven veterans. In terms of I have 3 moves, they have 2. So they move that one and then that one. So if I wait for this to move, I can probably get the dragon behind it and finish it. Let's just use you first then. I can engage them in combat later if I have to, which is not yet. 3 plagues, good. The more they waste on this, the better. And then you. Now I think I have to sadly use this one first, which means I'm not going to get to barbecue this before it stops me. Fine, we'll just hit this big threatening unit. Yeah, all that extra potency we have in our powers helped out massively. What is the attack now? Power 5, 6 because of flame, 7 because of potent mixture, and their defense 4, so we're exactly 3 over their defense. Perfect. I think all 4 of them just plagued me. That one as well. Now for this Hulk, I would love to do 9 wounds and kill it in a single turn. That's a bit suspicious as attempts go, given just how tough it is. How much damage would we do? George would hit on 3s re-rolling, and then it'd be power 6 on the charge against defense 5, so he only gets a 5-up save and would be forced to re-roll. He could do quite a bit. And then George's dragon underneath. 6 attacks, but not re-rolling, so 4 hits on average, power 7. Contributes another, 2.6 wounds, and then it takes 2 wounds. It probably survives. I'm going to fire breath this, as it improves our odds of a 1-hit kill. Without, I mean, I lose some damage into that, but it's worth the attempt. Any wounds we get here are quite good. 7 is considerably easier than 9 for this attempt. And we'll get behind it. Good start from the secondary foreman. That's good work as well. Does it crumble to death, or is it's alive on 1 or 2 wounds? They do that a lot. They just stick you in place. Like the Plague Hulk. It's got 2 wounds left. Ideally, we get all the combats done before we get stuck with this, and then it re-rolls their saves. I'm not going to charge that. That's silly. Okay. I'm not going to use Mountains Will. I'm just going to stall by activating this to force them to move again. The question for me is, does this reach me this turn? Yes, it will. So I either forfeit my own shooting or just run away. They're ignoring you, which is interesting. Well, I guess I can just stay away from them and do this. Just keep firing at the plaguelings over and over and over and over again. Given an infinite number of turns, the Dwarven flying machine would eventually win this battle, as they would never be able to catch it. Same principle with George's dragon. That's a bit slow, though. Again, I can take these on, but if I'm going to be stuck fighting them later anyway, I may as well just stall out. Maybe it's more advantageous to get a different version of the battle. Interesting. They've gone after you, which means you'll have to charge them head on. I'm fairly certain George can just cut the head off Abrax immediately, because he does not benefit from their reroll saves for some reason. The Heralds and the Lords don't get the help, only the unit. The problem is if they charge, they'll just slowly but surely kill my poor dragon underneath. There'll be, what, power 4 on the turn they charge? I can make myself defense 7 and largely repel them. Let's strip their wounds down now. Reroll the ones. There's another batch of damage, that's pretty good. You're after the veterans. And they'll just step forward, achieving nothing. This unit will be free next turn to contest another one. I am optimistically assuming that the Plague Hulk dies in a turn. Remarkably, now I've changed my mind. I don't want it to die in a turn, as having that stuck there fighting me means I get to flame cannon those again in the next turn. This is dead, of course. Yeah, already. Just hurry up. Now here we go. All 5 hits from George, and then 5s, and they have to reroll. 3 wounds. Decent roll. And then the dragon. That's 3 wounds. Now it's alive on, what, 1 wound? So it's guaranteed to die when it rolls its demonic crumble. Yeah, 2 wounds. Dead. How was I meant to know that they would change target and pick the wrong option? I could charge these immediately. It seems like a bit of a risk. I mean, I would win pretty quickly. Their power 2, I get a 2-up save. And if I could kill off 1 base, that reduces their output a lot. They're just going to turn around and fight me anyway, so I may as well take the advantageous charge while I have the chance. This is unfortunate. I would like to flee. The problem is I might go straight off the field, which is a disaster. So I think I'm just going to have to accept the risky approach and just take the battle. He will then use his reroll saves ability, which will mean I don't do much to these at all, but so be it. You stay active. They're after you. Do I Mountains Will? I will Mountains Will this turn, as this is the one turn where they can hurt the dragon. Make sure we remain at a 2+ save. They're using their ability, Lord of Decay. They all reroll saves. There's only 1 unit that can benefit against those as well. Outstall again. Just keep inching away from Plaguelings. Would the Dwarven Warriors win this fight? Skill 4, Power 3, Defense 7, which is Defense 6. They are at most go up to Power 3, so we always have a 2-up save. The problem is they've got 24 wounds. And we would get what? There's 13 of us. We get 6.5 hits. No, we hit on 3s. It'll be 2/3 of 13, or 2/3 of 12 would be 8. So what, 8.3 hits on average. Power 3, Power 4 if we charge against Defense 4. The first turn we do a bit of wounds, maybe kill 1 base, and then we're just stuck with 18 wounds worth to surely get through. We'd probably lose after many, many turns of fighting. Why take the unnecessary damage? Let's just ignore them. I kind of need to start turning this way to escape, though, otherwise I'm not going to be trapped in the corner. About as well as I can do. They're kind of the same speed, so as long as I've got a little bit of wiggle room, I can get away. Now, the one that concerns me is this one. As they may reach you. The veterans can definitely defeat one of those units. Let's just get through. Okay, first, set those on fire. Tempted not to do this first, as then they may turn around and come pester me. Guess I could try and engage them with you instead. They reroll saves even against shooting, of course. They're staying on this target, right. So can I protect Foreman by throwing the veterans into this unit in particular? I'd have to get beyond the charge arc of the Plague Bearers there, which would be doable were it not for the fact I can't get too close to that unit. See, it's not going to let me deploy. I move further this way, maybe possible, as far as I can. I'm too close to my ally. Yeah, we're technically inside the flame cannon. 6.6. Let's try 6.6. Get to there, then twist. Nope, too far. 6.6, but further away. I'm too close to something, apparently. No, none of that is valid. Why not? Probably this is too close, is what's going on. I think I just don't have the room. There, that's workable. Just. So I can use this to accept a battle with those, which leaves you in the field to shoot them one more turn. And then maybe I could use that to charge them in the back later to save the veterans. That doesn't block line of sight, does it? No, I'm pretty sure I can still catch them. And as I'm going to be stuck fighting these, I may also start reducing their numbers now, which means the veterans free themselves faster. I get reroll saves, but when you're rolling 6s, it's not going to help much. This mess. Right, do I die? 1 hit, dealing a single wound. I've got 2 left. And in return, 4 hits, and then power 6, defense 5. It's dead. He's only got 3 wounds. Oh no, maybe he has 4 because he's a plague creature. Let's see. I rolled 2 ones on the dragon. That's sort of painful. They do crumble a bit. It did die. Okay, so it's just a unit left now. You do get the 1 base. That's cool. Take 1 wound. How long is it going to take to free myself from these fights? A fair while. It's the downside. That's going to take, what, 3 turns probably? This even longer. Now, I don't have any more holding moves. I can do this. Just use my curse standard now. Force one of those to move, and once they move I can outposition them. Sadly, running this way means I'm actually luring them into the flame cannon, which is not ideal. But I can't escape the other way either. Just keep buying time. Minimum possible movement is the way to go, as then they don't... The AI, if it moved correctly, would put its unit right there next turn and make it hard to escape. But they just inch forward the minimum to catch me. Okay, they're staying on the veterans. The very good news is that their positioning is terrible. They're still in the front arc, so they won't be able to actually charge me. Which leaves George free. Can I actually draw line of sight to anything, though? Yes, I can just clip those, which is wonderful. All the plaguelings. I consider these significantly more of an issue, so let's just start hitting these instead. Max damage, let's go. No, don't skip, we want you to hit this one as well. If I'm very, very lucky, they'll turn around and re-aggro onto the flying machine, so I don't have to be worried about George being caught. Should call him Foreman, he's George. Large hits. Lots of damage, good. Just don't roll too many ones. Yeah, we're rolling quite a few, sadly. And we should be through that next turn. How many ones do we roll on this side? None. Nice. 3 ups because they charged and I didn't have Mountain's Will, so I'll lose a few veterans. Yeah, those 2 I lost unnecessarily. They win, of course. Start chunking through their remaining HP. Again, I do not want to charge yet. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay, they're definitely after you now. So to stop those, probably the optimal play is fire into them with both of these and then rear charge them. Rear charging demons is lovely as they guaranteed to lose a fight, so they take extra wounds at no cost. I'm going to take a whole bunch anyway, so they're going to be almost dead by the time this fight is over. Also depletes their morale, which is speeding this up. Good work from George. There we go. I take no damage this time. Huzzah. And they're gone. I may do enough to break them this turn. Let's see. They are routing. Excellent. Oh, I lost a veteran. We're both hard as nails, but they're very fleshy, and they have a lot of gunk to cut through. We're just got a lot of armor. Ours is better. Now remember, for the dragon, we'll go to a campsite after this, and we'll get 1 to 2 wounds automatically, so we'll be at 7 or 8 for the boss. That's not amazing. The thing is, everybody else will heal to pretty much full strength, except for those. So I think I can take gold on basically everyone, including you, and then just heal those two to make sure I'm at my max capacity for the Act 2 boss fight. I mean, the gold is nice, but I'm not going to be able to buy an extra unit with that extra in tow, so no, I think I just heal, play it safe. There we go, +2, lovely. You as well can't heal to max without a bit of assistance. Forgotten Tomb, oh dear, right. This is the one where you send dudes in and they risk dying in exchange for golden rewards. It's really good in terms of generation. The problem is, I think it might be a defensive save, so given how tough we are, we might get away with this. You risk losing dwarves. I want as many as possible to fight, but I guess these regenerate really well and are really just a placeholder unit, so should I throw in a number of, basically all of the dwarf warriors to see what we get? Don't throw in the veterans or anything more valuable. I'm just going to use those. Oh, we lost almost the entire unit. If it was a defensive roll, that didn't work. That wasn't good at all. I can't heal that back in time. Extra options. Berserkers, we don't have any of those yet for cheap. Or Dwarven Warriors, or just buy upgrades. If we went with the upgrade path, we can make George very strong. Give him all of those at the low cost of 150, 100... That's 105, yeah, 155 for you. And I could spend, I like re-rolling saves on you as well, and then a bunch of manics. I'm generally inclined to think the banners would be the better option. George slaughtering anything he touches instantly is a big deal. Particularly if it's enemy characters where I can just throw myself into the character and get through them without risk of dying. Use him as a duelist. If I was to purchase something, it would probably be the Berserkers. They are quite good with their attack output. 292. That sadly drops me to less than 100. I don't even think I could get these two. No, I'm just going to go all in with upgrades. Go with the small but elite army. This. There you go. Power, defense and wounds, reroll saves. He's not going to get assassinated now. Reroll saves for the other foreman is also sensible. Swiftness is massively appreciated given how slow we are. And then Banner of Mist for durability. 117 left. I'll give you movement. 67, that's enough for a 50-point magic item. I'm not going to buy command. I think he's in a unit of veterans anyway, so they're unbreakable, near enough. The veterans here getting the combat score war banner is quite nice. It means when most things engage them, they tend to win combat resolutions. They just run away from us. And then rerolling tests is less useful. I can't get both. Shooting cover, they probably can just hide behind it. I'm going to take this one. Heal. Most things are full strength, not you. And in fact, you're so beleaguered, I'm just going to take a second heal anyway. There we go, now they're back up to full strength. So they lose their XP, but everyone else can take it. New levels. The old heads level. I don't really need any of these. Discipline, I guess, so they just never ever run away. Gotten all the good combat ones. Dwarf Foreman leveled again. Okay. Wounds, so he doesn't explode. And then the flying machine. Reroll failed damage saves. That's quite nice. Makes him noticeably more survivable. We are almost full strength for the boss. We're just missing a warrior, but that's a fair compromise. These do actually need to do more damage, so I'll stretch them and you're all stretched out. So as we're heavily leaning on George here to carry us through. He's good at killing cavalry. So I don't have oath monsters. I'd like to grab that at some point, but not right now. And he's also got a very high level dragon underneath him. The earlier you get dragons in these mounts, the better, as you can scale them for late game. If you pick up one fairly late, they don't do a whole lot for you. Yeah, that's a good number of attacks, re-rolling everything, enemy re-rolls, good power, highly durable. Yeah, I think he could be used very aggressively. Silver host. So this is dwarves and elves. It's going to be annoying. Good shooting capacity at the back and then immovable bricks, much like mine in the front. So I can't outshoot them and I can't really outfight them because they outnumber me. And then I'm going to have to actually rely on speed. Not very dwarven, but it's the only way I can possibly win. You kind of just sit here and fire at things. You can fly over and engage their back lines, as can you. So maybe I just put the dwarves like this just to get in their way. Hold them in place, and then you can fly over terrain to catch whatever you want. So. We have heavy cav, dragon, light cav, 2 bolt throwers conveniently placed behind cover, so you can just sort of get out of their line of sight and then ignore them. I need to counteract this ideally. Well, you might be a perfect candidate to be dragoned in a second. And get rid of you and just shove you off the field. I need to avoid, with the dragon, I need to avoid this unit and that unit, as that would tie me in place pretty much permanently. I should be able to hack through and break basically anything else in a turn. I also need to desperately avoid being bolt throwers. I currently have line of sight to me. I don't think they'll activate first. They've perfectly positioned where I can't hit them with the flame cannon. Fine, I'll kill... killing the foreman unit with the flame cannon would be much better. I'll maybe get away with it this time, but yeah, picking those off would be great without having to engage them in melee. Same with the veterans. Well, let's just use these at this side. They'll probably charge into me with this, or the chariot, and I'll win just by standing there. Okay, you're after something in front. I could eliminate that this turn, as I won't be able to reach the foreman anyway. Yeah, why not? Overwhelming likelihood is it just explodes. Farewell, chariot. I'm sure you tried your best. We've been fireballed, and they've denied themselves their own attack from the ancient dragon. It's fire breath. What spells do they have? Divine Favour, +1 skill. I mean, that will be annoying when they use it on themselves, but so be it. I could counter dragon. Not a terrible idea. Are you fast enough? If these all get out of the way, just past the start. I don't really care about their shooting unless this hits me. Right, they're using artillery pieces now, so they may cycle them and hit my poor dragon now before I get it to safety, so I should probably make a decision immediately. I'm ignoring this side, it's just basic infantry. The speed is better used over here. Now I'm out of harm's way. I could even flank and kill those, which I think I will do. Just getting through them and hacking through the rest of this seems like a very good idea. Should be able to break them basically instantaneously. Good, yeah, they are using these. So who's going to get shot? Those veterans are going to take a hit. They have the Banner of Mist, so it's going to be a pain in the neck for them to hit us anyway. But they hit on 3s at short range, 4s at long range, 5 because of the Banner of Mist. So they get 1 hit on average, which then has like a 0-point-something chance of killing 1 veteran. I'm willing to accept that. Bonk. They hit... No, they rolled double 5 and a 6. I'm lying. They get 2 veterans. That was a skew roll. Before they come... I've used this already, but they'll get further into me next turn to continue roasting them. Though this is the primary target. I can defeat that with any of these basic infantry units later. I just need to stop that one. They've moved those out the way, which is really good news, because now I think I can get the flying machine to go destroy those for me. Once these waste their turns. Could dwarven warriors defeat a unit of spell swords? Can't reach them to charge, sadly, so if I do take the battle, we're just going to be stuck here. I could just knot and run away. I'm out of their... No, I'm not out of their range yet. Now I'm out of their range. What is seeing me? Something's got a blue arc on me and I can't tell what it is. This is their arc. Follow it there. And it cuts off, so who... Oh, it's theirs, of course. Well, they're going to get pinned, so don't worry about those. Let's just spare them some damage. Their pathetic chip damage from their bows is less intimidating than just charging me. Stay away for a bit. Okay, you're not a threat, but what you are is directly in the way of where I want to go. Ah, no, I'm the aerodynamic hull means I just pop right over them. And but then I can still see what they do first. If they move that first, that's wonderful. Push you to the side. Just put you there. Go fight the spearmans in a second. Good, I know where you go. I'm going to try and hit my dragon. You do a wound. Those wounds are really precious, so I'd wish you didn't do that. And they have 1 activation left, which is what? That unit. Okay, are they going to intercept me by putting it there? I don't think so. I think I'm safe. So move to... If I move further left, though, I can guarantee they don't catch me. So we just want to wait, like... there. Oh, but then I can't draw a line of sight. I need to get into the woods. Now I can hit them. I start with that one and then just I'll be able to draw a line of sight to the next one, so I kill their back line. Before I go in, should I steam gun something else? Nah. Our damage output isn't incredible, so anything I can contribute speeds up. They did try and go for me. That's really irritating. I wanted them to move further forward. Okay, charges. That's happening. I can't stop it, so let's get rid of the heavy cavalry immediately. Enjoy. And there are none of those currently on the field. Let's do that. Maybe they'll reprioritize. Yeah, they've used their extra skill. I'll consider Mountain's Will. Power 7 on the dragon and power 3 on him. So it would mean I get a 4-up save against the dragon's attacks. It makes it slightly more survivable. Although realistically, I think I just drag them to the earth anyway and kill them, so I don't need to waste any extra output. I'm probably better saving that for when George's dragon gets in trouble later. Okay, I'm still being bolt throwed. Should be able to do all those quickly now. Right, now you're reaching those. If I just smash the veterans into them, I instantly win because of our massively superior stats, so you're better off hitting something else. I'm just going to do this voluntarily and just put them in there. Go get them. Okay, that flying machine is very finished. Well, that's... I know it's unfortunate that I'm not going to get the other bolt thrower, but distracting half of their entire army with one throwaway unit is pretty good from a strategic standpoint. You're staying on us. I hedged because I was curious to see if I could fire a shot with the Inferno Cannon. It doesn't seem I can, sadly. They're too far away. So instead, picking off whole units would be good. We'd probably just get rid of another flying machine. Although reducing spearman numbers is also not terrible. It doesn't reduce the number of attacks they have, but it reduces their morale. And let's be frank, this represents no threat as it won't charge me. I can easily get rid of it later at my leisure, so let's deal with the bigger issues first. Means when I kill them, they get less ranks for morale reasons. They just bounce off me every time. I can kill you next turn as I'll have nothing else to do. Your moves, again, I'm not going to use this. Hold on to it. And then you. If I continue to inch away, I might be able to get them into Inferno Cannon range, which would be really good. As damaging those would be a really worthwhile target. And then once they're a bit lower, I can trust maybe the warriors can deal with them personally. So move this way. Will that be close enough next turn? If I run. Usually I don't run too far, and then we have more wiggle room later, but I actually want to get further away now. Get as close as you can, please and thank you. Alright, go through this in one turn, I beg. 4 attacks. Keep rerolling saves. That's good damage as well. That should get them. I take a wound. Yeah, 3 or lower, they're not getting back. And over here, this might hurt a bit. Oh wow, I take a wound from the elf mage. And you take a wound back. You tied with the elf mage in combat. And we might be stuck there a bit. This. It's rather important that you kill this turn, as you're not going to get another turn. I think you did 3 wounds, which is pretty good, and it broke due to morale. Nice. You will be flanked in a moment. I mean, you've blocked their line of sight because he got in the way, which is cute, but no, once I try this, they'll just intercept me with the deep guard. I'll give it a go anyway, but I'll show you. Yeah, plonk, you're dead. I could flee. Maybe I stay on the field. It's better than just standing there wasting my time. I mean, that puts me into Inferno Cannon distance, which is going to hurt, but would I be better just holding that unit there, slowing them down? I'm quite defensible, so I might be able to survive. Let's stand there. Deal with it. Now, big question. What am I doing with these two? I could go into the side of this and break them, and then they'll rally and I go into the side of that and just fight through. What I'm scared of is eventually getting stuck on either this or this. I kind of want to really badly stay away from those. I think I'm actually better off not going into combat. Just stay around, breathe fire on things. And once these are separated by enough that I don't feel threatened, well, they'll be stuck in combat for at least a turn. Can they get far enough, do you think, to turn all the way around, get round here and catch me? I don't think so. I think I'm safe to do this for 1 turn and ignore them. That's it. Okay, moves. Do I now use Mountain's Will? I can make them defense 6, which does improve their save, thereby stalling that unit, which would be good. I'll use one of these now. Also, the dragons dropped to power 6, so it means I have a 3-up save there, which is good. We will definitely curse standard and get through that as fast as possible. I'm not going to use another Mountain's Will. That would be not a good idea. You waste your turn. Where do you... Right, so they try to move. Are they in front arc? They are in front arc. So if I break this and it runs, I can just run away and then rally later, which is good. I can stay away from them. If they hold, then I'm not going to have to fight them as I'm just fighting the spearmen, so I'm not going to have to touch that unit regardless. Oh, that's annoying. They prioritize onto you. That means if this breaks, I'm going to be charged in the front and side, and I can't escape. Why do they change target then and there? That's really irritating. Yeah, it's a shame. Well, I'll just have to take the shot I have then. They're using their own mountains will? Yeah, from him. Oh, they failed to rally. That's quite a stroke of luck there from the heavy cav. My character takes no wounds. Their mage takes another one. Dragon does nothing. We win. We will eventually win that. Over here. 2-up save. They lose quite badly. So I expected an alternative outcome. Can you hold this for a turn? Now that you have a 3-up save. Re-rolling, so it's an 88% chance to succeed. Take 1 wound. The problem is morale. I didn't take a lot of damage, but yeah, I can't pass the morale test. And then here, if you just want to do as much as possible. No damage in their run. And now I can't run away, so I'm going to get trapped by these two. Yeah, they got me there. They'll charge me in the front, that'll charge me in the side. Stuck. Well, maybe I should have put this unit here to try and lure them into the warriors. I doubt it would have worked. But there's nothing I can do to escape. Once I charge something, they'll just pin me. I'll do this, I'll show you. That happens, but okay. And then we'll flee. But not really, because there's 2 of them. I've allowed a dragon to be outpositioned. That is my fault. And yet you're in Inferno cannon range, so already dead. Gone about as poorly as possible. Can you get up there to at least support this turn? No, you're too slow. Well, now, given you've been hit, they're all going to become power 4, so we'll definitely mountains will this turn. Must survive. There's not a lot for you to do as you have no target anywhere, so just... Well, maybe they'll move forward into me if I'm very lucky, so let's just do this first. What is your plan? Moving this way. Oh, did they get there? Ah, come on, game. Yay, got them. I'm just going to shoot at those over and over and over and over again until they're gone. And this headache. Hurry up. Finally got the mage on top. A few more wounds to the dragon. Yeah, the mage is dead. Just a beast now. And then this mess. 2 kills. This is the spell sword. Does nothing. The unit itself. Quadruple 1. That's not what I needed to see. We lose, but we hold. I'd rather you have run away. So you might have been able to save yourself. You have 1 wound left, yet the dragon's dead. Kill those. So what's going to end up happening? This, I can probably get behind the spell swords and break them this turn now, which is something. Don't worry about these, they're all out of the game. And then you can continue to shoot those. In fact, just do it immediately. They roll above average, I roll below average. It's just how SOVL works. Yeah, it's finally dead. I'm free to move. Well, any damage you do now is great for morale reasons, so just do your best. It's already dead, so we're just eating veterans. See, we did a lot of work. It's impressive. It's just not enough time. They go away. So I don't think we can actually win on the field anymore. Our objective now is to do enough to them so that their morale capitulates and we win that way. I can wipe those out, or yeah, I can ignore this unit because they'll try and engage me, but then I could just Inferno cannon them again, and then maybe again another turn. So as long as I stop their fasting, which is only this, Dwarf Foreman 9000 can probably win the battle for me just by constantly cooking them over and over again. Yeah, just break those and make them disappear. And they're too far away from the board edge, annoyingly. First things first, before they escape the arc, I'll definitely get a hit into those. Max damage, good time for it. Start getting you back towards this way to cover for Dwarf Foreman. You'll definitely be dead next turn, but I just need you to hit them hard now. Do these rally? And if so, would they run off the field? Okay, yeah, they're obviously on us, but you're well within Inferno cannon range. They don't rally. Are they so quick that they leave, or are they going to stop like there? Them being dead would be nice, as then I don't have to worry about waiting around. I think we can just wait, though. Let's just turn here. I'm just going to ignore them. If they happen to survive, I can kill those later. I need to get things in between the Inferno cannon and those. They ran off. Good. You do terrible damage, but they should fail a morale test. Decent start. They're not going to run off the field, though, annoyingly. Maybe you could handle those if I position better. You can't even counter charge. You're just going to get hit. Shame. The range damage is worth more than the charge damage, so we'll let that happen. And then again, we'll do this immediately. Reroll the ones. Keep hitting them. Stop rolling so well. I should be able to get rid of them shortly. Strictly speaking, for depleting the enemy's morale, I would have been better off targeting something else, as in they would take more damage so they lose wounds faster. Am I fast enough to maybe get around these and charge them in the flank? Answer, no chance. We're still dwarves, we're not exactly quick. Yeah, they're going to intercept me, so I take those head on so I can instead shoot those for a turn, do a bit more. I'm worried about the Elf Reavers coming to hit me. They're the only things with the necessary speed to outposition me and get a hit before I can cook them to death. Whatever, we'll just kill those quickly, will we? And you run this way to cover. Stay out of the woods. They do rally, it's almost inevitable. They don't do much damage, so I could hold with a decent test. Oh, just got away with it. And with their really bad spearmen, any extra wounds you do speed things up. They're both pretty terrible infantry, we're just there to stand and hold things, but I have better defense. So theoretically I do eventually win this. Charges, well, I could try this, but they're just going to intercept me, so we'll accept that for what it is. Now where do they go is an interesting question. I'm going to stall and try and wait for their move. Don't care. They're just moving forward. I could always hit those if I had to. They stay there. Okay, if that dies, I can then just charge them in the side. Also, that's okay. I can't reach them, which is a shame, so I'll just hit something else, i.e. you. You're nowhere near as tough as the Deep Guard, so that should go down pretty quick. Yeah, 3 veterans can be defeated by a foreman and 7 veterans pretty easily, so let's just get through these as well. The insane amount of work Dwarf Foreman 9000 is doing. Double 1, that's great, but we still win. And this mess. And we win. They're all dead. They've run. That's another commander gone. That means I can at least counter charge so I don't take any unnecessary damage. Counter. Otherwise I'd be pinned in place and flanked charge. Who is worth more to their morale, do you think? Cooking the foreman or getting rid of the flying machine? Let's kill the character. Bonk. Yeah, was it worth a flat 5%? When I destroy this, let's see how much it goes down by. We can just assess directly. The foreman was worth 5% on the nose. Yeah, shouldn't be too tough either. I mean, we're both holding infantry, so it may take a moment or two. The spell sword does absolutely nothing. That's funny. So they end up losing. Yeah, I think we'll win this on morale. Although I might be able to actually just attrition them down. This will be dead in the shot. That'll be dead, and we'll probably win this, and that wins. So we just have to limp our way over to the bolt thrower. Amazingly, we would actually grind this out and win on the field. 21% becomes what? That's only worth 3%. So the character on his own is worth more than a flying machine. Good to know. One battle on that side. He's dead as well. They don't have the charge anymore, so they have no power. They'll just lose round after round after round. I don't really have anything to do. I can't escape the flame cannon shot, which means this is going to hurt, but this is the last turn. Or maybe I can hide behind them quickly and get out of range and spare myself some unnecessary wounds. I can! Whee! And then as you can now hide behind this ongoing combat, so you don't take an unnecessary shot. So waste its move, and we're done. I guess how would I play this? I would reposition and slowly drag your way up to counter-engage the bolt thrower. Oh, okay, now I roll 111. You've lost already, stop being annoying about it. Power of really tough infantry and just killing 31 enemies with a oversized barbecue. Double war machines, although, to be fair, they got surrounded and killed, but they masticated quite a few of the enemy veterans, which means that I didn't have to deal with them with other things. The Deep Garden veterans are annoying because they just don't go away. So if you can, we got rid of one with this, and we basically dealt with one with that, and then the rest of it is pretty much pushovers. It did hurt a fair bit, let's say, but I'm just going to heal spam now. Georgia's leveled. Recruiter, probably. When we buy a new unit, it's actually useful. And his dragon underneath. We didn't get replenishment. I would have taken that. Well, if we can't have replenishment, I'll take the attacks. He's just very slow to heal. And then the other one, he could get recruiter as well. So when I buy a unit, it gets 2 ranks. That actually makes it genuinely useful. And then his infantry. Oh, veterans rather. More into cavalry or chariots or generalized skill. Probably generalized skill. It's useful against everything versus being useful against a specific target. You need a heal. You need a heal. You managed to get out of that. Scott 3, well done. You got splattered. 6 to 8. The 6 is the minimum. I mean, they're just holding infantry, but I've got plenty. Just take the numbers. We'll stop there. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for any upcoming SOVL runs, if you have any characters or particular weird, wacky, wonderful builds you'd like to see, I'm more than happy to take feedback on board. I do take the time to stop and read all the comments, so the feedback is very much appreciated and it means a lot. It's probably the best part of the whole YouTube experience for me, so thank you kindly. Hope that was fun. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.